Assalamualaikum to Madam Salwa, our lecturer for DSC 651. Today, my group is going to present about records in Human Resources Department. This mini project are prepared by Siti, Zulaiha, Binti, Nasiron, me, Nuradibah, Binti, Zullfakar, and Syafawani, Adilla, Binti, Saifuddin. We are from N4CS 248 5B1. Okay, next we proceed to the introduction. Human Resources Department play an important part in every company. This is the department that organize and keep all the updated data in the company very well. In HR department also have a sub-role such as HR coordinator, HR specialist, HR manager, HR directors, and many more with a different responsibility and duty. This is an example of their responsibility in the company. First, organize the meeting for a posting job advertisement. Next, we have filter the interview and choose a right person for a right position in the company. They also act as a liaison between the HR and employees. Need to have a good and smooth communication skills and manage to resolve requests and questions immediately. Employees' data information must be in a hard copy and a soft copy. Hard copy is as the backup if there is something wrong with the computer or the internet. Soft copy will keep the data updated and it is need to save in a computer because it is impossible for a human being to remember all of your employees' personal data. So this to copy as for a backup plan in the future if there is something wrong for one of the copy. The excellent organization ability and able to learn on a new software quickly will produce the best outcome of the data. Also will take a lesser time consuming learning a new software. The data will be kept as private and confidential, and all of the data is protected with a high security. It is important to record the data for the future references. Therefore, this data will study more about the right position of column for the data given so that we will have a clear and clean data arrangement. Next, we move to the project aims for this project. It is to explore, examine, analyze, compose derivative attributes, and design data representation that shows the pattern of each attributes by studying the records in Human Resources Department of company in United States. Then, we want to ensure that this data representation can help people with better visualization by making complex data more accessible, readable, understandable, and usable. Now, we proceed to the scope of analysis for this project. First of all, the dataset is from info@sallehh.com, which is just provide the dataset for testing purpose only. Next, the dataset contains records of the employees' important details that usually exist in Human Resources Department, but it just focuses the company in United States. Then, as from the dataset, our data consists of 100,000 observations and 37 features. Lastly, the data includes personal information such as employee ID, gender, and their first name, and also private information of the employee, for example, username and password. Let's continue with the one of important part in this project, which is objective. Our first objective is to identify the highest year of employee recruitment within 10 years that's specified by region. Second, to determine the position title based on gender and seniority that possess the highest salary increments throughout the year. Third, to study the pattern of employees' income level based on their salary and seniority within 10 years work in the company. Lastly, to summarize the total number of employees based on type of generation, region, and gender within 40 years.
Okay, next is methodology. In methodology, we have data collection, data description, data dictionary, step and stages, derivative attribute, and also data issues. We move on to first part of methodology, which is data collection. that we get are from the internet, and this is the URL address. Then we examine the data, and it shows 100,000 records with 37 attributes. The data is about human resources category.
Okay, next is data description and data dictionary. I will explain the data description using the table of data dictionary, which we have alphabetic and numeric. Firstly is name prefix. It is commonly used in a person title, which in this data we have doctor, doctors, hon, Mr., Mrs., Mrs., and prof. Next is first name, middle name, last name, gender, which is female and male. Next is email, father's name, mother's maiden name. Quarter of joining, which is we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Next is half of joining, which we have half 1 and half 2. Next is month's name of joining, which is January until December, and short month is the month of the company enter in a short form. Okay, next number 14 is DOW of joining, which is it shows that the day of the employee enter the company in words, which is in Monday to Sunday. Next is short of DOW, which is it shows the short form of the day of the employee enter in the company. Next is place name, country, city, state, zip. Next is region, which is the data shows west, south, northeast, and midwest. Next is username. Username is a unique identification used by the employee to access to our computer network or online service. Next is password. They are secret word or phrase that must be used to gain the admission to a place. Next is table of numeric. Okay, the first is EMPID, which is a unique number of purposes of identification. Next is date of birth of the employee, time of birth, age in years, weight in kgs, date of joining, day of joining, month of joining, year of joining, age in company, salary. Number 12 is last percent hike, which is it shows the current employee's salaries increment. Next is SSN, which is 9-digit identification number, basically used to United States citizen. And the last one is phone number, which is the contact number for the employees. The first is data preparation. Is the process of gathering, combining, structuring, and organizing the data. Begin by searching for the data that will be used in the analysis that we search it from the internet. Next is manipulating raw data into a form that can readily and accurately be analyzed. Then the data must be ensured that it is both defined and accurate. Next step is data cleansing. It is a process of ensuring that the set of data is correct and accurate. We done this by removing unnecessary information, detecting incomplete data, detecting misspelling, and repairing. Next step is data classification. It is the process of organizing data by relevant categories and segments. Makes the data easier to locate and retrieve. Involves tagging data to make it easily searchable and traceable. It also eliminates multiple duplication of data. Next step is data analysis. This is the process of cleaning, transforming, and modeling the data to discover useful information. It is to analyze for pattern in observation through the entire data. To analyze which attribute that related and suitable to the mini project. The last step is data visualization. It is the graphical representation of information and data. Easier to understand trends, outline, pattern in data by using charts, graph, and maps. We are using Microsoft Excel and also Tableau.
Next, we go to derive attribute. We have derived 7 attributes that we can find in a dataset. First, we have qualification attributes. I am using a name prefix to derive a qualification attributes by using a formula if then in a Microsoft Excel. last name to have a full name attributes. By using concatenate formula, I'm combining the first name, middle name and last name so that the HR manager can trace the right employee. This full name attribute will save a lot of time to find a right person in a faster way. Next we have generation. I'm using age in years to derive a generation attributes. So I'm using if-then formula in the Microsoft Excel to derive a generation. Next we have generation attribute. I'm using age in years to derive a generation attributes. I'm using a Microsoft Excel formula if-then to create this attribute. So we have range, age, year and generation. Year that are less than 26 is a young generation. 26 to 45 years old is a middle-aged generation, and more than 55 years old are senior generation. Next we have seniority attributes. I'm using age in company to create a seniority attribute. Age in company, which is how long have they worked in a company. So the formula is if-then using Microsoft Excel. Range, age in a company and seniority. The employee that have worked less than 2 years is a junior level. 2 years to 4 years is intermediate level. 5 years to 8 years are senior level, and more than 8 years are lead level in a company. This is the highest position in a company as an employee. Next, I am derive a height in dollar. I'm using last percent of height to derive a height in dollar. By using multiple formula in Microsoft Excel, I get height in dollar attribute. So I'm just times the last height with a salary to get a height in dollar. Next we have a final salary. I'm adding the salary attribute with a height in dollar to get a final salary. So I'm using the plus formula in a Microsoft Excel. Next we have income level attribute. Last slide I have calculate a final salary. So now I want to grouping them into middle, small and large income level. How do I grouping income level range? Is I'm finding a maximum value in a final salary attributes and then divided by 3, and then I get the range and I put it as income level. So we have range, final salary and income level. Salary that is less than 86,666 is a small income level in a company. Range between $86,666 to $173,332 is a middle income level, and more than $173,332 is a large income level.
Then, there are some data issues that exist in the dataset. Firstly, data redundant. There are some attributes that give the same meaning but being created in separated columns. For example, month of joining in numeric, month name of joining in alphabetic, and short month in alphabetic but in a short form. Next, some attributes are not meaningful. The attributes are namely as way, month name, month of joining, time of birth, BOW of joining. Lastly, some data is irrelevant. For example, although the employee has been working for more than 20 years, the salary given is lower than those who been working just 5 years, with big difference.
Next is analysis and finding. We have 4 sections in this part, which is basic, descriptive, statistical analysis, relationship analysis, derivative attribute, descriptive analysis, and also also context diagram infographic. The first chart is 6.1.1 in the basic descriptive statistical analysis. This chart shows the seniority that's specified by the highest and lowest region state by the employee in the company. On the first diagram, it shows that the region state by the employee. Generally, the most of the employees stay on the south, which is 36,863, which contribute to the 36% of the whole employee within 40 years. Meanwhile, West shows the least number of employees compared to others, which is 17,654, which contribute to the 17% of the employee. After that, we analyze the population of seniority based on South and West. For South, it is shown that the lead level has the highest number of employees in that region with 43%. That region has many expertise level of employee that has more than 9 years working experience. Meanwhile, senior level has the least number of employee with 18%. It shows that the number of employee that has 5 years to 9 years of working experience is the lowest compared to other level of seniority. Next, we analyze seniority based on waste region. It also shows that the lead level has the highest number of employees, which contributes into 61%. Meanwhile, senior level also has the least number of employees, which is only 12%. By this, we can conclude that the lead level is the level with the most number of employees, and senior level is the level with the least number of employees for both South and West region.
Next basic chart is yearly number of prefix name. This chart shows a prefix name which is a title position based on employee's qualification in one of the company in a United States. Each title position is differentiated with the type of colors in a circle. The more number of employees is, the larger the size of the circle. The highest record for the prefix name is Mr., which is in the biggest red circle with the 24,985 employees record, and the smallest is Doctor with 4,957 employees record. The highest record for the prefix name is Mr., which is in the biggest red circle with the 34,985 employees record. This is because company need a young man's energy to complete the task done. While the lowest is Doctor with 4,957 employees record. This is because most of the senior employees is tend to pension and spend more time with their family. Since at this age, they have a lot of saving for their future year. But some will continue with their work. For example, like 4,957 employees, it's because they are bored to stay at home doing nothing. They rather to work to have more money and think they achieve their certain goal. So in conclusion, both lowest and highest rank are male employees. With that, female employees in the company is less, and the company must use a lot of male energy. And this company is more suitable for males since the company tend to choose male worker working in the company rather than female worker.
Okay, the first chart 6.2.1 in the relationship analysis, which is employees recruitment by gender within 10 years that specified by region. Generally, the chart shows an increasing pattern of employees recruitment year by year. By performing this chart, we can easily analyze the highest year of employee recruitment within 10 years. It goes to 2016 for both female and male employee. For female, in 2016, with the highest year of employees recruitment, it shows 4,739 of employee. Meanwhile, for male, it shows 4,647 of employee. After that, we are going to analyze the region based on the highest year of employees recruitment. For the first pie chart, it shows that the females recruitment for the year of 2016. It shows that the most of the employees that been recruited are from South region, which contribute to 36%. It also shows that the least of the employees recruitment are from West, which shows 17% of it. The second pie chart is about male employees recruitment for the year of 2016. It is also shows that the most of the employees that being recruited are from South, which contribute to 36%. Meanwhile, the least employees that being recruited are from West and Northeast, which is both of which shares the same percentage with the 18% of it. By this, we can conclude that South is the region where the company recruit the most for both female and male. Meanwhile, West is the region where the company recruit the least for female, and West and Northeast is the region where the company recruit the least for male employee. For the highest year of employees recruitment, which is 2016.
Now, for the chart 6.1.3, show about the number of employees based on their qualification from year 2008 to 2017 by gender. On the left-hand side, the bar chart illustrates the number of employees recorded joining the company from year 2008 to 2017. Meanwhile, the line chart on the right side shows the qualification obtained by the employees, and both charts are separated by gender. The gender abbreviated as F for females and M for males. Along with that, there are 4 levels of qualification, namely undergraduate, degree, master, and PhD. Undergraduate qualification here is any level of employee certificate that below of the degree level, and their title is either Mr., Mrs. or Miss. Based on chart, it can be seen that the highest number of employees that joining the company is on 2016 for both gender, which give total of 4,739 for females and 4,647 for males, and the least is in year 2008, that is 1,872 females and 1,880 males. It then can be seen that the recruitment or joining of employees keep increasing each year for the company, except in 2017, since the dataset just ended on July 2017. Then, it is obviously seen that there are none of females who has master qualification. Meanwhile, only males are joining the company with master and increasing in their number each year, with the highest number of them is 485 males on 2016. It is maybe because of the job scope for master qualification for the company is only appropriate for males, or the company exactly only want to hire males with that qualification. But employees with degree and PhD qualification have moderate numbers among them. Meanwhile, the number of females slightly higher than males for the undergraduate qualification every year. Since the 2016 has the most recruitment in the company, there are 3,604 out of 4,739 females and 3,200
47 out of 4,647 males with the undergraduate qualification in that year. In conclusion, the both chart shows the employee joining the company is increasing every year, and the highest is in 2016, which totaled up to 9,386 employees for both genders. It might be assumed that the record of employees increasing for the next year as well.
Next is highest salary increment by qualification and seniority. This is for a second objective. This chart is about salary increment by qualification, which is undergraduate, master degree or PhD, and seniority, which is lead level, junior level, intermediate level, and senior level. In a salary increment by qualification and seniority chart, we know the highest sum of salary increment is based on their tone color. The darker the tone color is the highest the sum of salary increment. The lightest of the color is the least sum salary of increment. So here we can see female with a lead level seniority have only undergraduate qualification. They have the highest sum salary increment, which is 301,076 and $667. And the least for female is the one with a senior level seniority and with PhD qualification with 17,145 and $520. And for male, we have lead level of seniority in the company with undergraduate qualification, which $274,199,946. The highest sum of salary increment for male is a seniority with a lead level qualification with $274,199,946, while the lowest is also same with the female, which is senior level and have a PhD qualification, which is $148,519. Highest increment by gender and seniority for female is 16,719 number of records, which is fall under lead level with just undergraduate qualification. While for male, they have 15,178 number of records with a lead level seniority and undergraduate qualification. So conclusion, both highest salary increment are from undergraduate qualification with a title Miss, Mrs, and Mr. This shows that young people is a hardworking and have spirit to gain more knowledge and be a leader in the future. They have courage to deal with all the problems and difficulties at a young age.
Now, we proceed to the chart 6.2.3, which is about total number of employees with their income level and seniority from year 2008 to 2017. The chart shows the salary range of the employee from year 2008 to 2017 and been arranged by seniority. Salary range also by namely as income level and be separated as small for low salary, middle for moderate salary, and large for high salary. It can be seen the salary given to the employee based on their seniority in the company. The seniority of the employee is divided into junior, intermediate, senior, and lead level. Meanwhile, the pie chart shows the portion of total employee based on their seniority. From the chart, there are 4,567 of junior employees that got low salary in the company, which gives the largest portion in the company. The company contributes the amount of salary to the junior employees larger than the other seniority in category of small income level, which are 124,206 and 29 in 2016. However, the portion of other seniority with low salary in the company is followed by intermediate level with 4,190 the large income level, there are 6,177 extraordinary junior employees that can achieve high salary. They are very talented and done spectacular jobs so that the employer are willing to pay them with high salary. Since there are many recruitments of employees in 2016, so the total salary given showing a lot of difference with 2015, which are $78,589,095. As conclusion, the middle income level category shows the highest of employees for each seniority level, which is total up of 28,005 employees. Salary given to the employees in each category of income level is increasing year by year, and showing that someone who just enters the company can gain higher salary as 6,177 juniors, which gain $176,070.22 averagely for each one of them. However, the level of seniority will be changed and they will hire new juniors year by year. Then junior in 2017 will be changed into intermediate level after 2 years working in the company, and the cycle will keep going.
Next, we go to 6.2.4 for total generation by region. This is the fourth objective. In this graph, we have total generation by region, which is the generation is middle age, young and senior. We have differentiate the generation with a different color. With the highest is the pink and the lowest is grey in color. I am also added a linear line to show that it is an increasing pattern for Northeast, West, Midwest and South. South of the United States is the most region where most of the employees stay. And we can see here, this is type of generation. We have middle age, senior and young. Middle age is half of the generation with 51% for 51,434 employees, followed by senior with 36%, 35,850 employees, and lastly 13% for a young with 12,751. This show that most of the middle age home is at south area of United States. Next, we have region with south, midwest, northeast and west. The highest is at the south area with 36,863, followed by midwest with 27,690, 17,864 at northeast and 700,654 with west. And it is linked with the total generation by region chart, which is yes, south is the highest. They are almost equal in gender with 50,019 for female employees and 49,981 for male employees. All of the chart shows that the company is placed at south area of United States because most of the south people work in the company. South area in the United States must be popular with something that can attract a middle-aged generation to stay there. That's all.
This is chart 6.3.1 from the derivative attribute descriptive analysis. This chart is about average salary based on generation and seniority of the employee. Firstly, we want to analyze the young generation. It shows that the number of record for junior level is higher than the number of record for intermediate level. It contributes to the higher salary amount for junior level due to the higher number of record. But the average salary for the intermediate level of employees are higher compared to the average salary for junior level, which is $120,103 within the year recorded. Meanwhile, the average salary for the junior level employee is $119,702. Then next we are analyzing middle age generation. It shows that others, and junior level shows the lowest. It is also contribute to the higher salary amount for lead level employees due to the higher number of records. But the average salary for junior level is higher compared to lead level, which is $120,228 within the year recorded, while the average salary for lead level employee is $119,556. Next, for senior generation, it shows that the number of records for lead level is the highest compared to others, and junior level also shows the lowest. It is contribute to the higher salary amount for lead level employees due to the higher number of records. But the average salary for junior level employees are higher compared to lead level employees, with $120,007. Meanwhile, the average salary for lead level is only $119,995. By this, we can conclude, by performing this chart, we can see that seniority, which is age in company based on the generation, does not affecting the salary amount, since it also showed that the most working experience and the older generation receive the lower average of salary compared to others. Some other reason that affecting the average salary may be because of the talent of the employment that performing way better than others to get higher salary. Next, the dedication and hard work from the employees working overtime that allows them to get paying above the market rates.
For the next chart is chart 6.3.2. This chart illustrates the final salary given to the employee by quarter and month based on year 2017. The quarter supposedly divide years by 4, abbreviated as Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Then, each quarter is separated into months that being shown in the pie chart. However, the record in 2017 is not complete, since the record is only until month of July, which is the first month for the third quarter. So, that cause the chart shown only have 3 quarters. The final salary itself is amount of salary after being added to the employee's salary increment. Clearly, the highest final salary given is on second quarter for a total of $473,558,477, followed by first quarter which paid $380,801,767, and lastly $199,990,941 is paid salary for all the employees in third quarter of 2017. In the pie chart that related with quarter 2 shows that the company rewards the highest total salary to their employees is on June, which is $172,329,476. Generally, June is the middle of the year and summer break for school, and then their parents usually take them for holidays during the season. So the company maybe decides to reward them more on June. Furthermore, month of July shows the highest final salary among the 3 quarters that give 18.97% of the total salary in 2017. It is assumed to be increased month by month, since more recruitment will be made if the records are more complete for the whole year. Thus, it can be concluded that the highest of final salary for each quarter is at the end of each quarter, which is on March and June, that give total of $139,149,941 and $172,329,476 respectively. Hence, since the record for final salary in July is quite high, so the record should be showing increased pattern in quarter 3 if the record is more complete.
Context diagram infographic. Our task is to show most and the least number of employees by region. The it just shows that South is the most and West is the least of employees by the region. After that, we are going to show salary increment by generation. This is the top 3 salary increment, 51% from the middle age, 36% from senior and 13% of young. Next, we want to show the employees recruitment within past 10 years. This shows the hiring activity or the recruitment activity from the year 2008 to 2017. It shows that 2016 is the highest year with the highest employees recruitment. Next, we want to show the number of employees based on the age in company, which is seniority. This donut chart shows the number of employees that sort by age in company. It shows that the lead level has the highest number of employees. Meanwhile, the senior level shows the least number of employees. Next, we want to show the percentage of female and male employees. This is female and male percentage for the whole company. Female shows 50.02%, while male shows 49.98%. It shows that female has the higher number of employees compared to male.
Now we move into discussion part. From the overall chart, we see that South region is the most of the employee state, while the least state by the employee is the West region. Then, recruitment activity is keep increasing year by year, and in 2016 is the highest hiring, which give a large gap difference with 2015, and the total number of employee being hired dropped on year 2017 because of the data set is not complete. The highest salary increment among the generation category is middle age, which taking 51% of the total employee, then followed by senior with 36% and young with 13%. Then 43% from lead level, which is the highest portion. Junior level contribute 20.3% in the company, followed by intermediate level give 18.7%, and lastly 7.9% being contributed by senior level. For the overall 40 years the company is operated. Lastly, the total of hiring 49.98% of male and 50.02% of female employees throughout the years.
Next, we go to the limitation and recommendation of records in Human Resource Department dataset. There are 3 limitations, which is number 1 is limited time. We are able to complete all the tasks before the due date. We have done the writing report and the video presentation and submit it before the due date. But if we get a little bit longer for the time to submit our report and video presentation, the report will be better and we can explore more for a future study. Next is due date separation. It is better to separate due date of video presentation and writing report. It is because we are going to make a writing report first, then after that we are going to make a video about that. So to have a more creative video and more visualized video, we need a longer time to submit a video presentation. Number 3 is misunderstanding communication. Since we can't meet each other, so we need to keep update our progress about this project in a social media platform. We are using WhatsApp, but sometimes there might be unclear statements, so we need to use Google Meet. In a Google Meet, there is another problem, which is internet problem. So with the unclear statement and internet problem, so we have to drag our time and it takes a longer time to complete the task given. Next is recommendation. First is add more important attributes. There is no detail on how each employee get their high increment. Need to put the overtime attribute and how much money do they get per hour. This can show either the overtime is for additional money for helping their family,
or they are working overtime because they cannot manage their time well during their office hour. Next, should put allowance and bonus attributes to know which employee is the best employee each year. With all that, we may know how each employee get their hike increment. Next is remove unnecessary attribute. Should remove height and weight attribute because it has no use in the company and it does not give any effect on their work. Both of the attributes need to be updated monthly or annually to have a recent weight and height of the employees. This attribute will just add on work and might delay more other work that is more important than this. Also, takes a long time to key in each of the employees' weight and height of the company. Next, we have attribute does not correspond. Salary attribute is not correspond to the age in a company attributes in the data. Commonly, the salary for the employee that have stay longer will tend to have more salary, but in this data, it has no correspond at all. It may lead to misunderstanding data. Okay, next we go to conclusion.
Lastly, for the conclusion, at the end of this mini project, we are managed to achieve all of our objective, which is we already identified the highest year of employee recruitment by gender within 10 years that specified by region. We also have determined the position title based on the gender and seniority that possess the highest salary increment throughout the year. We also have studied the pattern of employees' income level based on the salary and seniority within 10 years work in company. We also summarize the total number of employees based on the type of generation, region, and gender within 40 years. Next, we also managed to understand the importance of data visualization, visualize and describe about records in human resources department data set in the form of chart and graph. We managed to see the pattern of data that related to this mini project easily by developing an effective data visualization